After downloading and installing, you will see this SAMP control panel. And now let's start the SAMP service. We have to start the SAMP service first. In front of SAMP, you have start. Click on the start button and start that service. Okay. Isn't it starting? Click on start button.
Sir, the Apache, the one?
Yeah, Apache one. Finish. Okay, now you are right now you can see it started, and now you can go to the SAMP folder, which is there in the C drive normally. Please visit to C drive SAMP folder. C drive SAMP folder.
I have installed it D.
Okay, then go to the D drive and SAMP folder. There's a folder called htdocs. htdocs. It's a little bit up above. Yeah. Inside there, so you can maybe create a folder. Create a folder. Give any name that you like, but without any spaces. Okay, go inside that, and now you can create a new file. Right click, create new file or new text file, and you can write your code there. Rename the file as index.php. Index.php. Index.php, and you can write the code there. Right click and open it. With Notepad or visuals, any code map that you like, you can write the code there and copy and paste it if you have already written. Any others need help? Okay, please copy and paste the code there. Or write your PHP code there. Cannot see your PHP code, Pute. Have you written that? Okay. Okay, save it, and now you can access the local host. Please go to your web browser and access localhost. Localhost. I don't think it is 5500, so just remove that port. Remove the port. Okay. The port is 80. It's by default, it's 80, so you have to remove that. Remove that. Remove the colon also. Colon එක අයින් කරන්න. Okay, now press enter and you will load SAMP there. Press enter. Okay. So instead of dashboard, you have to write the folder name. Remove the word dashboard, and instead of that, please write the folder name that you have given. Okay, that's it. Now you can see the results. Okay, anyone else need help? Or are you okay with this one? Okay, share your screen, Litu. Please share your screen. Quickly do that. Then, okay, have you installed SAMP? If you have installed SAMP, please run that. And okay, go inside SAMP folder. Is it running? SAMP, is it running? Okay. Please go inside the htdocs folder and create a new folder there. No, inside htdocs, please create a new folder and give a name. So no spaces. So please remove the spaces and rename that with some meaningful name. Give a meaningful name without any spaces. Okay, so now please create your file, index.html file inside that. New text file and not folder. So I didn't ask you to create a folder. I'm asking you to create a file. Text document maybe. Rename as index.php. Simple index.php. Simple index.php. I should be simple. Okay, edit the code and you have to write the code over there. Edit it using a notepad or yes, notepad plus any app that you like. And you have to paste your code there. That is how you should write that locally. Gayatri, I think you are okay, right?
I wrote the coding book, but I can't write.
Okay, right. So let's start, and this is my first PHP code. Then what I'm going to do now, actually, I'm going to create a form. So I have already created PHP code. So now you know how it is working. And special thing about PHP, especially variables. So let me write about PHP variables. So PHP variables are starting with $sign. That is the specialty. If you say $x equal 10, and always the semicolon is there, $y equal 20 or 15. So if you want to multiply $z equal $x multiplied by $y. Other things are equal, but only thing is when defining the variables, we have to use the $sign. Defining and using the variables. Then you can echo that. Echo $z. Maybe you can echo the meaningful way. Echo $x. Concatenation. Concatenation is using dot. Concatenation means joining. $x multiplication sign. Concatenation $y. Concatenation equal sign. Concatenation the answer. Okay, let's run this and see this. The port was 8888 for me, and then folder is my. You can see 10 into 15 is 150. So this is how you define the variable, and this is how you use it. So that should be studied, right? Because in other units, the variables we just use without any $sign. But here variables are using $sign in front of that. And also the concatenation happening using dot. Dot is for concatenation, and dollars are used for variables. Defining variables, and again, you don't need to define the type, use the type, similar to Python. Without a type, you can define variables. Okay, let's remove everything. Okay, try this also. And I'm going to create, so I can comment PHP, so a few ways of commenting. So one is using this, you can comment here. These lines will be adding comments, or you can use a multi-line comment. Multi-line comments can be added. Hash, asterisk, and then the asterisk hash. Then this is commented, this is commented. You need to comment this one also, and you can add a HTML comment to this. So this is HTML. Let's add HTML comment to this. And also HTML comment to this, also HTML comment for this part. And then nothing will work because all are commented. Right, you can see everything is disappeared now. Because everything, I have commented everything. Commented HTML and commented PHP too. So when you right click and view the page source, so see here what you can see. You can see this one only. You cannot see other codes. PHP codes, especially those are hidden. But the results of the PHP codes can be seen. So this is the result. So that can be seen. So this is also commented. The HTML stuff you can see. But if you comment this one also by using double, if you commented this one, then you won't see this inside text also. That is the nature of PHP. In view source, you cannot see the code related to PHP. You can see HTML codes only. Because it is a server-side language. Client will not display that. I think you understood that. Okay, let's create a form now. Because I have commented everything, either using PHP comments, either using HTML comment or multi-line comments in PHP. Here, this is multi-line comment in PHP. This is HTML comment. This is single line comment in PHP. We have used all these PHP comments. Okay, let's create our form now. I'm going to create HTML form. HTML, let's write a complete page, HTML here, because we have not written anything complete. Then the head section, then the title section. Then inside title, I'm going to write my details. Then body section. Inside the body section, I'm going to write the code, the form name, say FRM my MD, my details. Method is get action. I'm going to submit this to a page called hello.php or process.php. To that, I'm going to submit these details. What I'm going to submit. The first paragraph is about first name. I'm going to take input, type of text there, name equal first name, then okay, few more rows, then the last name, LN, then the email, input type email, then the password. So let's say input type password, and the last one is just a save button. Input type button, submit. Value equal save my details. Just save it, refresh it, and you can see the HTML form. If you want to organize this nicely, my advice is organize this using either CSS or tables. Primitive way, you can organize this in tables. You can put a table and organize these columns. That is one way. The second way is you can put CSS and organize this. So let me use table, a simple way. Table here. Closing tag for the table. Then instead of paragraphs, I'm going to use table rows. Table rows. And also the table data to include this. Table row, table data. Here also table row, table data. For email, table row, table data. For this one also table data, and for this one also table data. And here I'm going to close the table row, table data and table row. Table data and table row. So let's close the same. And then what I'm going to do is here I'm going to include this another table data. Okay, this table data close, and another new table data is here to put the input box. Just like this. Paste here. And here I'm going to merge two columns by using call span tool. Only one table data is here. Okay, you can see it's nicely organized. You don't need borders because you have to use the table. Maybe you can use some spacing like cell spacing. Not for this, actually for this one. Cell spacing, let's use some more cell spacing like 5 pixels cell spacing. Okay, which will give more room to this. Okay, looks nice. Please do this. Please create HTML page with a form, which we are going to use input data. the first name, last name, email, and a password. Please let me know once you are done. Yes, thank you for showing that. Yes, this is FN and this should be email. Otherwise, this won't work. And this is also password or some related term, right? Please use a related variable. Otherwise, it won't work. It will work, but you will not be able to grab the information from process.php page. Thank you for showing that. Okay. Now what we are going to do is we are going to create the processing application, right? So processing application means this process.php file, and I'm taking a new file, and the file is process.php. Let's save this as PHP, and I'm going to print R the result that I'm getting. Print R the result I'm getting through the $get request. So $get is the way that we are sending this message here. Get is the method. That get method, I'm going to print that. Print array. Actually, print R means print array. Whatever the things that I'm getting, so through this print, through this array, I'm printing it in my app. And let's save it in SAMP htdocs folder, and just my folder. Remember my folder name? htdocs, it is SAMP.
Sir, you open by the MAMP one.
So it's MAMP. It's my mistake, right? It was there in MAMP, right? MAMP, and in the htdocs, it is my, and I'm going to save this as process.php. Okay, so let's save. And after that, when you submit details, you can see it's showing the details. FN last name is showing there. Actually, I have not renamed this. Now you can see the first name. I have refreshed this. So let's enter password, and you can see first name, last name, email, and password also. So that is not good, because showing password. And you can see in the URL also, the first name is Dasun, the last name is Nilanjana, and email is also there, and the password is also there. Yeah. That is not good to send URL using password. So get method is not very good method to send sensitive data. Therefore, I'm going to change this to post, which is suitable for sending sensitive data, and here also changing that to post. When I change that to post, the advantage is here it's not showing in the URL. That means it cannot be bookmarked, it's not showing the URL, but it is showing in the server page. But that doesn't matter, because server should know that what client is sending. So what I have printed, actually I am the server, I am the client. So that is the thing, my car, my petrol. I am the server and I am the client. Here, this is my client and this is the server side. Actually, this is also having some server side stuff. But mostly this is HTML. No server side scripts here. But when you go to the server, this is what the server is trying to do. And so rather than just doing like this, what I want, I need to put this into a database. Let's say I need to put these things into a database. Okay, so I'll show you very quick steps. First step is creating the connection. I have to create a connection with my database. $con is my SQLi _ connect. And then you can give the server name, which is localhost. And also the username and the password. Root is the username and password is also root. MySQL I connect localhost root. Or I cannot connect. Okay, rather than printing all these things, I'm just trying to connect my database. So let's see now, refreshing this, we send in and no errors means I think my connection is successful. I can check this. If $connection, I can print echo successful or successfully connected. Let's save this, refresh this, and you can see when you resend successful, that means I have connected to the database server, which is my MySQL. Actually, in your case, you have to turn on, right? You have to turn on the MySQL service here. Then only, right? This is my, actually it's showing only the Apache one. So I have connected Apache server, but you have to connect to the MySQL server also. That option is there, right? So I think you saw that when we start our application, that MySQL option was there. Actually, default username is root and default password is also root there. So I have successfully connected. Right, I can access that by using a tool called PHP MyAdmin. I can use that and access the database server here. This is my MySQL database server. What you can do is you can type PHP MyAdmin instead of your folder name. Right, then you can connect to the database, and here these are the databases. Let me create a new database, and this is DB, let's say DB user, create it. And let me create a new table, TBL user, which is having 5 columns. TBL user, 5 columns. The first one is user ID, UID, name, then you send email, then the password, first name and last name, right? FN, and the last name, then the email, and then the password. UID is INT, it is primary key. UID is INT and it's a primary key. Size of UID is 4, let's say. Okay. Let's give size as 4 here. First name is variable characters. Let's say 30. You know this because we have done databases. This is 40. Email, let's say variable character 40. And password, let's say again variable character 40. Okay, that is done. Index is primary key, and I'm giving auto increment also. AI, auto increment. UID, FName, LName, email, password. UID is primary key, auto increment, and these are the sizes and these are the capacities. Let's save this. Incorrect table definition. There can be only one auto column. It must be defined as a key. Yes, we have defined that as a primary key. UID, let's define primary key, prime increment. Nothing wrong there. I think something, yeah. Because of that definition thing, this has happened. Let me go back to the table and let's create the table again. TBL user, 5 columns, UID, INT4, primary key, and auto increment. Okay. And auto increment. Then first name, last name.
Can we increment the number of columns later now?
Yeah, later you can increment password. Or you can say pass. All are variable characters. I'm setting size as 30 and 40.